2023 has been such an amazing year for games, especially the new ones that have come out this year. Now, if you've been following my journey, you know that I've been into board games and video games for a while, but this is the first year I've gotten into tabletop role-playing games, and it's also the first year I've ever been to Gen Con. And after that convention, I've just been diving into the world of gaming and trying out so many different things that I wanted to give you the 5 most exciting games for me from the year 2023. Now, as I share my list with you, if there's a game that you have tried that you really enjoyed, definitely let me know in the comments below. And if there's a game that you haven't tried, but you're interested in it, definitely reach out to your local gaming store, see if they have a copy of that game in their demo library, and they might be more happy to let you play it and see if you like it before you decide to buy it. And if you're looking for a gaming store, I'll recommend mine, which is Valkyrie's Vault, and I'll put a link to their website in the description below. They are a fantastic store, and they have a great community of people there, so definitely check them out if you're interested. Let's go ahead and kick off this list with our first game, Disney Lorcana. Disney Lorcana is a trading card game or TCG that features Disney characters in both original and reimagined art styles that live in an all-new world with unique and magical gameplay. The game is set in the rich and fantastical world of Lorcana, a combination of the words lore and arcana. Players will take on the mantle of Illumineer, a powerful sorcerer, and band together Disney characters from Lorcana's The Great Illuminary, a treasury of all Disney songs and stories ever made. Now, Disney Lorcana made the list because I'm a huge Disney fan, and I think it's just a lot of fun. It's really easy to kind of get into, especially if you never played a trading card game like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. This was a huge, popular game that debuted at Gen Con to the point that a lot of people were actually waiting outside the night before in order to try to get their chance of buying a Lorcana deck at the Ravensburger booth that they had there. So if you've been looking into a way to get into trading card games and you like Disney, this would be a perfect game for you. Next on the list is the tabletop playing game from Free League Publishing, Dragonbane. Dragonbane is a classic fantasy tabletop role-playing game full of magic, mystery, and adventure. It is designed from the ground up to facilitate fast and furious play, with little prep time and adventures that are a breeze to run. This is a game with room for laughs at the table while still offering brutal challenges for the adventurers. They call this playstyle mirth and mayhem role-playing, great for long campaigns, but also perfect for one-shot. This new reimagined edition has one foot firmly planted in the heritage of decades of Swedish gaming and the other in the modern and innovative game design for which Free League Publishing is known worldwide. So one of the reasons why this made my list, I'm not going to lie, is that when I was at Gen Con this year, I saw this game, and on the cover of the box was this gothic Darkwing Duck-like character that I was really hoping I could play in the game, but it looks like this character is not actually in the game itself. However, I did try this game out. I've been playing this since September at my gaming store with some other friends of mine, and it's been an absolute blast. If you like fantasy tabletop role-playing games, and you're looking for something that's a little bit different than Dungeons and Dragons, but still has that crunchy, battle mode that you like about that game, give Dragonbane a chance on this because this has been a lot of fun. It has a lot of the similarities, but it has enough differences that if you just want to jump in and play a game without having to go through character creation or all these other things, it gives you everything that you need in order to start playing. Next on our list is the video game Baldur's Gate 3. From the creators of Divinity Original Sin 2 begins the start of a next-generation RPG set in the world of Dungeons & Dragons. Gather your party and return to the Forgotten Realms in a tale of fellowship and betrayal, sacrifice and survival, and the lure of absolute power. Though each of you differ in innumerable ways, one thing binds you all together, a parasite planted in your brains. With it comes mysterious abilities, but also the looming threat of gruesome transformation into a mind flayer. Resist and turn darkness against itself, or embrace corruption and become ultimate evil. So there's a lot of reasons why Baldur's Gate 3 is on my list this year. Aside from the fact that they have won multiple awards at the Game Awards this year, including Game of the Year, it is just a fantastic game. The visuals and the interactions are really amazing. The stories that they include in there is just so profoundly beautiful. And the fact that you can play this game multiple times and get different outcomes and stories is just a lot of fun overall to play this. That I know I've spent a lot of hours playing this video game, that I think that if you have any sort of interest of wanting to play Dungeons and Dragons video game, or just want to do a video game that's very different from anything else that you played, this would be a great way to do that. Next on the list is Horrified Greek Monsters. Pandora's box has been opened and Greece's most notorious monsters have escaped. Horrified Greek Monsters is a standalone game that features gameplay similar to 2019's Horrified. In this cooperative game, players become avatars of the Greek gods and must work together to recapture these monsters. Should be no surprise that this game is on my list because I absolutely love all the Horrified games before this, so it just made sense for me to put Greek Monsters on here as well. We played this earlier this year and it's just an absolute blast. It's just like Horrified with some minute differences that makes it a lot of fun. I love cooperative games, and so you all are working together to really figure out a strategy on how to stop the monsters, and you also incorporate each player's individual power ability that they have as well too. So it's a lot of fun if you're looking for a cooperative game and you really enjoy Greek mythology. And last but not least, on the 5 most exciting games of 2023 is the tabletop role-playing game Candela Obscura. You're needed, investigators. Join the secret society Candela Obscura to confront occult horrors from beyond, keeping hidden the true nature of magical incursions besetting our world. Candela Obscura is a new tabletop role-playing game that places you in the roles of investigators working for an esoteric order. In this game of investigative horror, individuals of varied talents are brought together under the organization Candela Obscura. You'll pursue strange occurrences and encounter dangerous magics, fighting back against a mysterious source of corruption and bleed. Candela Obscura is the first to use the Illuminated World system, a newly designed system that uses 6-sided dice and lends itself to a narrative, arc-driven play. Now, the fact that this game is on the list probably comes as no surprise to many of you, but one of the things that might be surprising is that I am not a fan of the horror genre. I don't like that field or that area at all whatsoever. So this game actually didn't entice me at first, but I did see that they were hosting a one-shot play at Gen Con earlier this year. So I decided to give it a try and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It has an element of cooperative storytelling that I thought was really cool and was really engaging. I really love playing with the total strangers that I just met at that time at that table. So it was a lot of fun. I'm in 2 games currently right now with it, and it's a system that is really easy to pick up. So if you're someone that you want to get into tabletop role-playing games, but you think that Dungeons and Dragons might be a little bit intimidating and you're okay with the horror genre, definitely check this out because it is a lot of fun. It is easy to get into and you really focus more on telling a story with your other players at the table as well. So that's my list for 2023. I hope you enjoy it. If there are any games that you enjoyed that I mentioned here, please let me know in the comments below, or let me know what games that you really enjoyed this year.